Would you say there are any common misconceptions that people have about capacity building?
Most people, when they think about capacity building, think about capacity. And they see that term on a number of places, like the back of a truck that you might be following on a highway, on an elevator placard as you get on an elevator. And they think of capacity as being a quantity or a volume of something. And because in inanimate objects, that's how the capacity is defined. But in human capacity, actually, there are no limits to what humans are able to develop and do. So capacity building in a human enterprise, such as an organization or with employees within an organization, is one that is not limited to just capacity and volume like the traditional definition. So capacity building is much more complex, has a much higher ceiling, and lots of other opportunities for growth than the typical layperson would think of when they think about capacity or capacity building.
One thing I think that is helpful, as we did earlier, is to maybe differentiate between the approach that we're talking about today and common or popular approaches that others may use. As you think about different ways that people frame organizations, you know, you're presenting one approach today. What would you say are some other popular ways that people look at organizations? And, you know, again, how does that differ from this approach?
Yeah, most people think of organizations in one of two ways. One is either they think of it as a bureaucracy that has lots of rules and lots of processes and regulations that you must follow in order to access services or to get things done. Or they think of an organization as a large machine with lots of parts to it. And as a result, when the common person or the lay person thinks about organizational change or fixing organizations, they think about, if they think of an organization as a bureaucracy, they think the way to solve that issue is to take out some of the administration or to remove a layer of procedures or regulations out of the organization. If the individual thinks of an organization as a large, complex machine, then they may think of fixing the organization by fixing a part of the machine. So as a result, the typical or common way of thinking about making change in organizations is to fix some issue or some problem.
So this approach is not just a remediation of something that's inadequate?
No, it's not. It's actually identifying where the needs are in the organization for growth or for change, and working with the persons and those that are surrounding the issue or the problem that's targeted, and helping them develop the skills and the knowledge and the processes that they need to be able to not only do the issue that's targeted, but to be able to manage all of the layers of work that surround that as well, and to manage it in such a way as the next time they encounter a similar situation, they already have knowledge and skills that they can apply to it. Hence the word capacity building means building them with the skills and the ability to solve future problems as well as the current problems.